Have you ever been talking to someone, maybe a close friend or a coworker, and realized halfway that you weren't really listening? Your mind was somewhere else, replaying a conversation from yesterday, planning what you need to get done later, or scrolling on your phone instead of being fully present. And then you snap back and feel a little guilty, wondering what you missed. It's frustrating, right? We all want to be more present, but it's so easy to get pulled into overthinking or distracted by our thoughts or even by a screen. What if there was a way to truly focus on the moment without getting caught up in the noise of your own mind? In this video, you'll learn why paying attention is different from thinking or analyzing, how judgment and mental chatter block you from fully experiencing the moment, and what it means to notice things exactly as they are without overcomplicating them. Let's talk about trees for a moment. Stay with me here. Imagine you're standing in front of a tree. You could simply notice it, the shape of its branches, the pattern in its bark, the way the light shines through its leaves. This is seeing the tree as it is without adding anything extra. Now bring in your thoughts. Instead of just noticing the tree, you might start thinking, this tree must be old. Look at how big it is. The branches are uneven. Maybe it's damaged. This reminds me of that tree in my yard when I was a kid. Do you see the difference? In the first instance, you're just noticing. In the second, you've added layers of interpretation, memory, and judgment. It's no longer about the tree, it's about your thoughts about the tree. Thinking has its place, but it's not the same as simply noticing. When you notice, you're in direct connection with what's in front of you. When you think, you're in your head, analyzing, categorizing, or making judgments. Our minds are great at analyzing, solving problems, and planning. It's what they're designed to do. But the downside is that this habit of thinking can spill into moments where it's not needed. Take another example. You're walking through a forest. Instead of hearing the wind rustling through the leaves, feeling the ground beneath your feet, or noticing the sunlight filtering through the trees, your mind might go straight to, did I bring everything I need for tomorrow? I really need to get back into shape. This place reminds me of a vacation I took years ago. Or maybe you're distracted by checking your phone for messages or notifications, pulling your attention away entirely. It's automatic, isn't it? The mind is always trying to make sense of things, even when there's nothing that needs solving. The problem is this constant thinking and distraction take you away from the actual experience. Instead of being in the forest, you're trapped in your thoughts or in a screen. So what does it look like to pay attention without overthinking? Let's go back to the tree example, but with a twist. Imagine you're looking at the same tree every day. Maybe it's the one outside your window or in your yard. Over time, your mind might stop noticing it altogether. You see it and you don't really see it. Now try looking at that tree as you've never seen it before. Notice the subtle details, the texture of the bark, the color in the leaves, the way it moves in the wind. This is what it means to truly notice. It's not about shutting your thoughts off, because thoughts will always come and go. It's about letting the moment exist as it is, without adding judgment, analysis, or meaning to it. When we're stuck in our heads, we lose touch with the simplicity of life. Think about a conversation with someone you care about. Instead of really hearing what they're saying, you might be busy planning your next response, analyzing their tone, or wondering what they think of you. The connection becomes diluted because your attention is divided. Or think about sitting down to eat a meal. Rather than savoring the flavors, textures, and smells, you might be scrolling on your phone or mentally going over tomorrow's to-do list. Over time, this pattern of living in your head can leave you feeling disconnected from yourself, from others, and from the world around you. The irony is that the peace we often search for through overthinking is already here. It's just buried under all the mental noise. The good news? You don't have to overhaul your life to start noticing the difference between thinking and simply paying attention. Here's something you can try. Next time you're outside, pick one thing, a tree, a flower, or even a cloud. Instead of thinking about it, just notice it. Observe its details, its shape, its colors, how it moves or stays still. When thoughts pop into your mind, and they will, gently return your focus to what you're observing. It's not about stopping your thoughts. It's about not following them. Each time you bring your focus back, you're practicing the art of noticing without overcomplicating. If you've ever felt trapped in overthinking and want to learn how to reconnect with what's in front of you, the Inner Foundation series offers a way forward. It's about training your mind to notice the present moment clearly, creating space for deeper connection and clarity.